This week's US CQM Forecast Alert is GDP is more pessimistic about the economy than other aggregated indicators. March inventories for wholesalers were lower than ARIMA forecast, and CQM has revised downward the inventory changes in wholesale industries. Updating the April employment statistics adjusted upward the compensation of employees. As payroll employment gains in April were smaller than ARIMA forecasts, the PCA modified downward the economic growth rate. The economy has been slowly improving since early April. The economic growth rate is high on the income side at 1.82%, but on the expenditure side it is very low at 0.33%. If we only look at GDP on the expenditure side, there is a possibility of a recession. The growth rates of real aggregated indexes are expected to be between 1.2% and 2.0%, which are significantly higher than the GDP growth rate on the expenditure side. These do not raise concerns about a recession. Payroll employment gains in April were 175K, lower than the ARIMA forecast of 240K. As a result, PCA has revised downward the economic growth rate. In the end, the PCA revised the economic growth rate downward from 1.36% to 1.15%. This is close to CQM's average economic growth rate of 1.07% on both the expenditure and income sides. Conclusion from this week's US CQM Forecast Alert. The first, the expenditure side of the US economy is weakening. The second, the growth rates of other aggregated indicators are 1.2% to 2.0%, which are much higher than GDP growth rate on the expenditure side. The third, focusing only on GDP on the expenditure side makes the economic outlook overly pessimistic. This slide contains additional information about this week's detailed CQM forecast and shows how to access the past US CQM forecast alert.